Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Decoded. My name is Sanjay Rodej. I am working as Technical Architect SD4 at Adobe, and here I present Weekly Contest 303. The problem that I have chosen is design a food rating system. It's a medium level question on Leetcode and I totally feel the same. Also, in case if you're interested in more solutions of the weekly contest, then all of them are specified in the description below, so do check them out. For now, let's focus our attention onto this one. Here we need to design a food rating system that can do the following things. The first one is return the highest rated food item for a type of cuisine in that system. The second one is modify the rating of a food listed in the system. And these are the three methods that we need to implement. The first one is a constructor which accepts three parameters: string of foods, string of cuisines, and integer ratings. The next one is change rating method. For this particular food, the new rating is this one. And when someone asks us to return the highest rated food for this particular cuisine, then we should return the food item that has the highest rating for the given type of cuisine. So if you have understood these three definitions, then let's quickly move on to the presentation section and we will analyze these definitions and we will try and build our algorithm there and then itself. So let's quickly hop onto it. Design a food rating system, Leetcode 2353. As I told, it's a medium level question, and in case if you have any doubt understanding this one, or if you want to ask anything from me in general, please feel free to drop a message on the Telegram group or the Discord server of Coding Decoded. Both the links are specified below. This question is a design extensive question. The main problem comes with respect to thinking of the data structures that are to be used while implementing the helper methods in the question. So if you are able to identify the type of data structures that you are going to keep, your 90% of effort is done. So let's try and understand the maximum out of the question. The first thing that the question says is to return the highest rated food items for a type of cuisine. When you hear or see the word type of a particular cuisine, the one thing that should strike your mind is to use a map, because all types of foods that corresponds to the same cuisine will land under the same bucket. So the first map would be of a string value as key, and that string would correspond to cuisine. So let me just write that up, and along with that we should be storing all types of food that corresponds to this particular cuisine. So foods are must, and again it could be list of foods. And the question also tells us to return the highest rated food. So when we have to return the highest rated food item, what is the most obvious data structure to use? The most obvious data structure is to use is priority queues. So we can create a max heap kind of a thing, and we can keep on storing all the food items that corresponds to a particular cuisine. This brings us with the first data structure that we are going to use is a map. The key would be cuisine and the value would be priority queues where food items would be dumped. Now the second ask of the question is to modify the rating of a food item listed in the system. So this is the second ask, and we should also analyze the type in which the data is presented to us. So we have string of food, we have their cuisine values, and we have their rating values. As you can see, it is quite disintegrated in nature because we are presented with three different arrays. What we should be doing, we should be creating an object out of it, and that object will have let's call it maybe a food object, and it will have three attributes. The first one is the name of the food, which is this one. The second one is the cuisine, and the third one is its rating. So these will be the three characteristics of our food object. So food name, the next one is cuisine, and the third one is rating. And when the ask is to modify the rating of a food item, what you can do, you can create another map wherein that map would have the food name as key and food object as value. You will be pulling out this food object from the map whenever you need to modify a particular rating depending upon the food name passed. And once you have that food object with you, you can simply update the rating. It will automatically be reflected in the priority queue. So our work would be done. To conclude it further, let's quickly walk through the coding section and you will get the clearer picture over there. The first thing that I've done is to create the food object. It has three attributes in it: rating, name, and cuisine. Moving ahead, I have created a cuisine map. The key of this map would be the type of cuisine that are present in my restaurant, and the value would be all the foods that have this particular cuisine. And for storing all the foods, I have used priority queue. It would be a max priority queue depending upon the rating value. So whenever you are pulling out element from it, the one that has the maximum rating will be retrieved first. Moving ahead, I've created a menu map, and the key here is of type string. It would be food name, comma food. So food name would be the identifier for identifying each food object. Moving ahead, I've created the constructor. So we first of all create the food object. We check whether this particular cuisine exists in my cuisine map or not. If it doesn't exist, then we initialize a new priority queue, and here I have defined the constructor definition. So whenever we need to pull out elements, the one that has the maximum value would be returned first, and in case there is a clash, the one that is lexicographically smaller will be returned. Once I have done that, what do? We extract the priority key from the cuisine map, we add the food object onto it, and we update the menu with this is a food name and this is a food object. So really simple. Next, let's proceed ahead. Change rating helper method. So for this food item with this food name, the rating should be this one. So what do? We simply extract the food object from the menu map that I have created, and using that object, we will be updating its rating. So what do next? We have the cuisine corresponding to the current food item, and we extract the priority queue corresponding to that particular cuisine from the cuisine map. And once we have that, we simply remove that entry from the priority queue, we update the rating, and we add it back into the priority queue. Really pretty straightforward. The last method is the easiest of all, where we need to return the highest rating for a particular cuisine. We check it in the cuisine map, cuisine map.get cuisine, and we peek out the topmost element, and we simply print its name. So let's try this up. Accepted.